We have kind of an interesting little wrinkle or sub-story in the January 6th Trump riots. We know, of course, about hundreds of defendants whose cases are now somewhere in the legal system and going through. We've started to see some of the first sentences. Several weeks ago, we saw some of the first sentences for the Trump rioters who were charged. We now have another prominent individual who has been charged. This is actually quite interesting. Many of you remember Infowars. This is Alex Jones' conspiracy website. Their content is banned from a number of different mainstream platforms, including YouTube, I think Facebook. I don't remember the whole list. I think they're banned from Spotify, but the show continues. Funding comes from supplements and I think from Mike Pillow and maybe a couple of other brands. You have to really look pretty hard for the show, but it is out there. And one of their hosts is a guy named Owen Schroyer. He has been charged and reportedly is turning himself in today. This is a Reuters report, which says U.S. prosecutors have charged a Texas man who hosts a talk show tied to the conspiracy theory website Infowars with unlawfully breaching the U.S. Capitol grounds during the January 6th riot by supporters of then-President Donald Trump. Owen Schroyer unlawfully entered a restricted area at the west side of the Capitol during the deadly rampage that interrupted the formal congressional certification of Biden's victory. This is based on what prosecutors wrote in unsealed court papers from Friday. The host, he hosts a talk show associated with Infowars called The War Room with Owen Schroyer. It's a daily show. These are misdemeanor charges: violent entry and disorderly conduct on Capitol grounds. Let's look at a video here of Owen Schroyer explaining this. He learned this apparently from his lawyer during a live broadcast on Friday. Take a look at this.
The deal, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
A couple hours ago, I was informed by my attorney.
Very serious.
That there is a warrant out for my arrest with allegations involving January 6th. And I will have to turn myself in Monday morning.
Today.
There's a lot of questions. Some I have answers to, some I don't. I'm not going to be getting into more of this today on the air.
Smart.
And I plan on declaring innocence of these charges.
Right.
Because I am. And so there's some other stuff going on too. But that's the deal.
Oh boy.
And so I'm not gonna comment any further on this. I'm not gonna take any questions on this today. But again,
the questions thing, do they even take questions on this show? Like, who's going to force them to answer questions on this show?
Again, I was informed by my lawyer that there's a warrant out for my arrest right now and that I have to turn myself in by Monday morning. So that's just that. Probably shouldn't even be on air right now, but we're going to go ahead and do a broadcast anyway.
Okay. And that's probably the correct instinct. He probably should not be on the air if this is what is going on. So there's Owen Schroyer, another relatively high profile target of the investigation, has turned up multiple alleged charges against him and will follow it. These are misdemeanor charges. It is less likely he will do prison time. It is more likely he has better access to lawyers, particularly if Alex Jones is going to help him out. But Owen Schroyer turning himself in as far as he is saying he will do today. One of our sponsors is privacy.com. They're giving you $5 when you sign up for their completely free service at privacy.com/Pacman. I've been using Privacy for a little over a year now. You've heard me talk about it before. It's a lifesaver, and here's how it works. It takes just a couple of minutes to set up. Anytime you buy something online or on the phone, instead of actually using your real credit card number, the Privacy app and the browser plugin let you give each company a randomized virtual credit card number that you create out of thin air. It'll even autofill the card number with one click. And the payment is taken out of your checking account without the merchant ever knowing your real information. So this allows you to keep your banking information secure, but also to take control of your finances. You can create up to 12 of these virtual credit cards a month. You can set spending limits. You can freeze them. You can delete them anytime you want. So when you do this, it means you're not going to be charged when you don't want to be, because you can destroy the virtual card number right after using it, which, for instance, I love using free trials because I know I won't be charged when the trial is over if I use a virtual credit card number. You're keeping your identity private by not telling companies who you are. You're keeping your bank or credit card info protected against data breaches and identity theft, and it's free. And like I said, you'll get $5 to spend when you sign up at privacy.com/Pacman.